Close your eyes and imagine the ground trembling beneath your feet. The sun burns over ancient Rome. 80,000 voices rise together like a storm. Sand swirls in the heat. And standing at the center of it all is the mighty Colosseum, Rome's bloodiest arena. Built under the rule of Emperor Vespasian and completed by his son Titus, this massive amphitheatre was more than stone and arches. It was power. It was politics. It was entertainment soaked in sweat and survival. When it opened in 80 AD, the celebrations lasted 100 days. Imagine that, 100 days of games, battles, and spectacles that would leave the crowd breathless. But what really happened inside these walls? The morning would begin with exotic animal hunts known as venations. Lions from Africa. Tigers from Asia. Bears from the forests of Europe. The Roman Empire stretched across continents, and the Colosseum displayed its dominance by dragging the wild into the heart of the city. Hunters faced these beasts armed with spears and courage. Sometimes they won. Sometimes they didn't. The crowd didn't look away. By midday, the executions began. Prisoners, rebels, and criminals were brought into the arena. For Rome, punishment was theater. The empire believed fear maintained order. These grim performances reminded every spectator what happened to those who defied Roman law. But as the sun lowered, the true stars emerged, the gladiators. They were slaves, prisoners of war, or sometimes volunteers seeking fame and fortune. Trained in special schools called ludi, they lived disciplined and brutal lives. Each gladiator had a fighting style. Some carried heavy shields and short swords. Others wielded nets and tridents. Every clash was carefully designed to thrill the crowd. Contrary to popular belief, not every fight ended in death. Gladiators were expensive investments. But make no mistake, death was always close. One wrong move. One slip in the sand. And the roaring arena would decide your fate. The emperor often sat in the royal box, watching. A raised thumb or a turned gesture could mean mercy or execution. Whether myth or reality has exaggerated this gesture, the truth remains, the crowd's voice mattered. The arena was democracy of a brutal kind. The people felt power as they chanted, judged, and demanded blood. Beneath the wooden floor lay the hypogeum, a hidden labyrinth of tunnels, cages, and elevators. Animals waited in darkness. Gladiators whispered final prayers. Stagehands prepared dramatic entrances. With complex pulleys and trapdoors, warriors and beasts could appear suddenly, as if summoned by magic. The Colosseum was not just violent, it was technologically brilliant. And yet, behind the spectacle, there were human hearts beating fast with fear. Imagine being a young gladiator, hearing your name echo through the amphitheatre. The gates open. Light blinds you. The crowd roars. Across the sand stands your opponent, just as scared, just as desperate to survive. Steel clashes. Shields splinter. Dust mixes with sweat and blood. For the audience, it was entertainment. For the fighters, it was life and death. Rome called this civilization. But was it cruelty? Was it courage? Or was it simply a reflection of a society obsessed with strength and dominance? The Colosseum stood as a symbol of Rome's greatness. Its massive arches, engineered with precision, have survived earthquakes, fires, and centuries of stone robbers. Even today, nearly 2,000 years later, it rises in the heart of Rome as a reminder of both human brilliance and human brutality. History often glorifies empires. But inside these walls, thousands of stories were written in sand. Stories of ambition, fear, rebellion, and survival. And this is only the beginning. Because what if I told you that the Colosseum held secrets even darker than the battles above? Stay with me for Chapter 2, where we descend beneath the arena and uncover the hidden truths buried under centuries of legend. And if you love uncovering the powerful, mysterious stories of history's greatest monuments, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Because the past isn't silent. It's waiting to be heard. When the cheering faded and the crowds returned home, the Colosseum did not sleep. Under the arena floor, in the shadowy hypogeum, torches flickered against stone walls. Chains clanked. Animals growled. Gladiators sat quietly, reflecting on the battles they had survived, or the friends they had lost. This underground world was the heart of the spectacle. Engineers designed an intricate system of lifts powered by manpower. Slaves worked in teams to raise platforms carrying cages or scenery. Imagine standing above the arena floor, unaware that beneath you dozens of men strained against ropes, preparing the next dramatic surprise. The Colosseum was an ancient machine of entertainment. But beyond its engineering genius lay something deeper: control. The Roman emperors understood that keeping the population entertained kept them distracted. Bread and circuses, the poet Juvenal once wrote. Provide food and spectacles, and the people remain loyal. The Colosseum was Rome's ultimate circus. But beyond its engineering genius lay something deeper: control. The Roman emperors understood that keeping the population entertained kept them distracted. Bread and circuses, the poet Juvenal once wrote. Provide food and spectacles, and the people remain loyal. The Colosseum was Rome's ultimate circus. Here, victories were political. A generous emperor who spared a defeated gladiator could win the crowd's love. A harsh ruler could demonstrate strength by ordering death. Every decision was a performance. Some gladiators became celebrities. Victorious fighters earned prizes, money, even freedom. Graffiti found in ancient ruins shows that fans adored them, especially women who admired their bravery and strength. These warriors were the sports stars of their time. Yet for every champion who earned glory, countless others vanished into history. No monuments marked their graves. No records told their stories. The sand absorbed their names. Over centuries, the games evolved. Naval battles were once staged by flooding the arena, though historians debate how frequently this occurred. Wild myth and historical fact intertwine, making the Colosseum both real and legendary. Then, slowly, the roar began to fade. As the Roman Empire declined, economic struggles and changing beliefs transformed society. Gladiatorial games eventually lost support. By the 5th century, the battles had ended. The arena that once thundered with violence grew quiet. Earthquakes damaged its walls. Stones were taken to build churches and palaces. For a time, the Colosseum became housing, workshops, even a fortress. Yet it never disappeared. During the Middle Ages, Christians began to view it as a sacred site, believing many martyrs had died there. Though historians debate the scale of Christian executions within the Colosseum, its symbolism shifted. From arena of death to monument of memory. Today, millions of visitors walk through its arches each year. They take photos. They stand where gladiators once stood. They gaze up at the towering walls and imagine the roar of ancient Rome. But if you listen closely, truly listen, you can almost hear it. The clash of swords. The cry of the crowd. The heartbeat of a fighter waiting for the gates to open. The Colosseum is more than ruins. It is a mirror of humanity. It shows us our hunger for spectacle. Our fascination with heroes. Our capacity for cruelty and courage at the same time. Empires rise and fall. Power shifts. Beliefs change. But stories endure. And inside the Colosseum, the sand still whispers them. So the next time you see an image of this ancient amphitheatre standing proud against the Roman sky, remember what it witnessed. Remember the lives shaped within its walls. Remember the lessons carved into its stones. History is not just dates and monuments. It is emotion. It is survival. It is humanity laid bare. If this journey inside Rome's bloodiest arena captured your imagination, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more powerful stories from the world's greatest historical wonders. Because the past is filled with secrets, and together, we're going to uncover them all.